You only call me on the weekends when you're out and about, only chasing highs. You need me. He brings me flowers on a Tuesday. He gives me good loving, something that I never thought existed. I know what I need, ain't gonna lie. I know what I want, speaking my mind now. The queen needs a king to be by her side.
Hello friends, welcome back to Living with Cambriea, and if you are watching this live, Merry Christmas. I put together a cleaning marathon for you guys today because I don't know about you, but if you are watching this live, I am currently up making Christmas breakfast and getting the house ready just to enjoy today. So this video is to get you super motivated. If you don't know what a cleaning marathon is, what this is me compiling some of my best cleaning motivation for you guys, putting them all in one video. That way you can just turn this on your TV, put it on your iPad, and just watch and get everything you need to get done. I want to give a big thanks though and shout out to This Crazy Life, because this was actually originally her concept, and you guys love these videos and I love putting them out, so I really hope you enjoy today's cleaning motivation, and I really hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But let's get into this. Now, the reason you're going to see the baking soda actually in this plastic bag is I like to use essential oils in my baking soda, so I separate it that way. Not only do I get the deodorizing and cleaning powers of the baking soda, but it also leaves a nice, fresh, clean scent as well. And I will let those sit on the beds for a couple of hours before I vacuum it up. I'm also going to be taking down all the curtains to get those washed. I like to just kind of give them a quick freshening. I will wash them and then hang them up right away because I don't like ironing, and usually if I can wash and hang them up, you don't have to worry about any of the wrinkles. When I clean, I also like to go from top to bottom, so you're going to notice me dusting things high and working my way down.
What you're putting in, all your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything?
These Swiffer dusters are perfect for me. I do have a little bit higher ceilings, but I'm also just really short, so I love using the dusters on the stick. They do really clean well. I use them usually just for high cleaning. I like to wet dust my furniture, but when I'm going around just getting any cobwebs, top of the door, stuff like that, I do really enjoy using these. Now, I highly recommend in your shower and bathtubs to dust the top of those, because you will realize that there's actually a lot on there, and we often forget when cleaning those areas to get the top of the surround.
Requires work every day. Oh, and if that someone makes you smile and leaves you with a scar, don't let them tell you what you feel or who you are. Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscious, different things
Now, a lot of times people ask what I use to clean. Now, my cloths are all microfiber cloths. I actually just get them from the car detailing section at Home Depot because I feel like they're really good, thick, high quality cloths. And then I use Spray Away World's Best Glass Cleaner on my glass surfaces. I absolutely love the Spray Away brand. They have their glass cleaner. They also have a stainless steel cleaner that is really, really good. I've heard really good things also about e-cloths, that they are streak free. I haven't yet made that trigger, and I think part of it is I do love the smell of something being really clean. So that is partially why I like using products. I do like the smell of like knowing you walk into a space and it just has that smell clean. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but I like that smell. So I do that. And then on my doors and trim and everything, I'm going to be using a Mrs. Meyer's multi-purpose spray. I also love these. I have them in so many different scents. And if you guys haven't tried out the Method or Mrs. Meyer's, go check out my description below. I do have a link to the Grove Collaborative, and it is by far my favorite cleaning supplies. I used to use Melaleuca that also had a subscription website. However, they had a huge monthly requirement that you had to buy every single month, and that's why I stepped away. I loved their products. I didn't love their requirements, where Grove does not have that, and I absolutely love my Grove products.
You say it's special, one of a kind, one of the better boys. I'm on your level, that's what you say, but all I hear is noise. I don't have time for trying my luck. I've been too hurt before. You're not that special, just give it up. I think I've had enough. I'm too busy loving my friends. I ain't got no love to spare for you. I'ma be that girl to the end. It don't really matter what you do. Guess I have to tell you again, 'cause you haven't got the news. Boy, you really need to understand that I don't wanna be your girlfriend. No, I don't wanna be your girlfriend. All I want is time with my girlfriend. So I don't wanna be your girlfriend. I know you want me, boy, I can tell. So deep under my spell. Sorry, not sorry that I'm no help, 'cause I'm full of myself. Boy, don't you worry, you'll find someone who wants you back, but that is not me. So give it up, haven't you had enough? I'm too busy loving my friends. I ain't got no love to spare for you. I'ma be that girl to the end. It don't really matter what you do. Guess I have to tell you again, 'cause you haven't got the news. Boy, you really need to understand that I don't wanna be your girlfriend. No, I don't wanna be your girlfriend. All I want is time with my girlfriend. So I don't wanna be your girlfriend. No, 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 no. Girlfriend. No, 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 no. So caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie.
And then moving on to vacuuming off the beds. As I said, I let it sit for a couple of hours. I did this throughout the day, and took me a 2-day process to get all this deep cleaning done. I am a mom to 2 small boys, and Xander is in school, so I don't clean all at once. I will do a project and then go hang out with the kids, make lunch, do whatever, pick Xander up from school, and then come back. This is not filmed in one straight, full 5-hour period. It is throughout the day. That way I'm still making time for family and personal life.
Carry all that you've got. 2 heavy hearts is not a lot. I will put out all of the fire. We stumble and fall, and it's not a lie that I die. I can hide what this is. And you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. I'll be your light. I'll be your light.
And then on to day 2, I was obviously, like I said, working my way down. So on this day, I wanted to vacuum really well. And not only did I vacuum with my vacuum cleaner to pick up all the dog hair and everything, but I also had my Roomba run because it will get underneath all the beds and furniture to get all the little hidden dust bunnies. So I actually did a 2-step vacuuming process. And when you're vacuuming to deep clean, make sure you take 30 seconds for each swipe. You don't see the slow vacuuming because obviously I have this sped up, but when you slow it down, your vacuum is able to pick up a ton more and really keep up with it. And then I'm going to be doing the same process with the baking soda and essential oils on my floors and letting those sit for a couple hours. It loosens up the dirt and hair and everything, but it also just freshens up everything. And if you have kids or pets, having a fresh, clean smelling house is a big deal. I never want someone to come over and be like, oh, she's got a dog. I want them to just come over and the house smell fresh and clean. That is so important to me. Now, a lot of people ask how I stay motivated to clean. I'll be honest, I don't love cleaning, and I think there's very few people out there that do. So what you need to do is don't focus on the cleaning, focus on how you feel after the cleaning is done. That's how I stay motivated to keep my house so clean. Is I think better, I'm in a better mood. Everything about having a clean home just makes me feel so much better, and that's why I so-called love cleaning. I love the way I feel in a clean home and a clean space.
1,000 times before. Baby, it's now or never. Gotta leave this town, and I know what you're asking for. You say it's out of my reach, but I can't pretend no more. 'Cause for as long as I remember, it's been stuck inside my mind.
And then on to the bathrooms. Now, usually the inside of my shower as well as the boys' bathtub and shower, I clean it right after using it. However, I don't always take everything out. So this is me just really taking everything out and giving it a good wipe down. I do recommend having a daily cleaner in your shower or in your bathroom. That way you can do it while you're showering. It's just a lot easier, and it's easier to think about when you're already in there. Everything's already wet, and it just keeps it looking nice without having to really scrub. One other thing I want to point out, because a lot of people bring this up, I don't show me changing the cloths all the time just because it would be boring if I showed you every time I change the cloth, as well as changing the water out in my buckets. I do change these out regularly. 1, I have boys and they don't always have the best of aim. 2, I have a dog, so there's hair everywhere, so I have to change this stuff out a lot, and I just don't show it because I just think you guys would find it boring. So that is why you don't see it in the videos. But just know they do get changed out. The water does get changed regularly to make sure I'm not just spreading the dirt around.
For as long as I remember, it's been stuck inside my mind. You can't ask me to surrender when reaching for the dream keeps me alive. For as long as I remember, it's been stuck inside my mind. You can't ask me to surrender when reaching for the dream keeps me alive. I can see you looking at me. Yeah, my eyes are open wide. So you want me to set you free? Take a walk with me outside. Tell me everything about you. Yeah, 'cause I really wanna know. You can ride with me forever. Yeah, anywhere you wanna go. Night is over the park and a few brave stars. I give you the moon and my all is yours. Don't hesitate, just give me your all. Just give me your all. So let's fly into a dream I won't deny. I'm so in love, let's go for gold. Let's go for gold. If we ever was lost before, now we finally found our way. And love is stronger than anything. We will make our own way. Night is over the park and a few brave stars. I give you the moon and my all is yours. Don't hesitate, just give me your all. Just give me your all. So let's fly into a dream I won't deny. I'm so in love, let's go for gold. Yeah, yeah, let's go for gold. So let's fly into
Oh, and and you're gonna see that I'm using the Method Anti-Bac in the bathrooms a lot. I do like using the Anti-Bac in the bathrooms and in my kitchen mostly. And then in the bucket, I just use really hot water and vinegar with some essential oils. I love using vinegar to clean. One, it's a great deodorizer, but it is also a great disinfectant. Sometimes I will add a little bit of dish soap, but in this case, it's just vinegar, essential oils, and really hot water.
And you resonate inside my bones. Don't know why I'm incapable while you're unstoppable. Some big black clouds, the unavoidable is raining down. I'm fading out into an endless hole. When you come, everything just turns around. I get stunned by your drum. I follow you into the sun. Shoot a race like a shotgun. You gotta be my someone. Everything just turns around. I get stunned by your drum. I follow you into the sun. Shoot a race like a shotgun. You gotta be my someone.
And then onto the baseboards. My baseboards are probably my least favorite thing to clean just because you have to get down and clean them and they're just a pain. But I do like keeping them clean. If I wipe them down a little bit more regularly than the typical once or twice a year, it just makes it a lot easier. I don't always use like a Q-tip or toothbrush to clean them because I keep up with them. I usually don't have to, but I will sometimes use those as well. I like to move my furniture because it's crazy how much dust can get around those areas. The only things I don't really move are the beds, unless my husband is home and he can help, just because they're not the easiest thing to move around. But the dressers and things like that I can manage on my own. So I normally like to move those out and get all the way around everything.
It's like a shotgun. You gotta be my someone. 2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. Calling sick in the morning, baby, don't leave. They don't need to know we're out here wild and free. They say we're crazy.
Hello friends, welcome back to Living with Cambria and welcome if you are new. So today I'm going over how to deep clean your kitchen. If you've watched my last couple of videos on Wednesdays, I've been doing some deep cleaning throughout the house. So here is the kitchen for you. Now the first step is probably the most important step, is to clear everything out of your kitchen. This is so important because there's going to be areas that you forget if you leave all that stuff in there. So I am taking everything out and also getting some help from my good old husband.
Maybe I never knew what I really wanted, but looking back I can see it's all clear. I'm still a kid trying to act like they all taught me, but nothing makes sense anymore.
And then I recommend making sure all your dishes are clean. You can run your dishwasher. However, in this video, I'm going over how to clean your appliances as well. So I was just doing my couple dishes by hand. That way I could show you guys how to clean your dishwasher, your stove, your microwave, all those areas that you may not hit on a regular basis.
Maybe I could have seen it all coming, that I wouldn't grow wiser for each day.
Now, the next step is to work from top to bottom. So in my case, I am cleaning off the top of my cabinets, which I have to say, I didn't think they were as bad as they were until I started cleaning them. I was hoping just a quick dusting would work. That was not the case, so I got out my Method degreaser, and this worked awesome on top. So highly recommend if you have a degreaser, you're probably going to need them. I should have known that. It's the kitchen. Grease just kind of builds up everywhere and you have to stay on top of it. So I went through and cleaned all the top of my cabinets and whew, they were gross.
Anymore. Teach me how to fall into the unknown. Whatever become. Oh, nothing makes sense. Oh, nothing makes sense anymore.
And then once again, my husband came in to help me out. There were a couple areas that even with my ladder, I couldn't reach. So I had him come in to help me out. He was working outside on this day, but he had no problem coming in and help me with those couple areas I couldn't reach. And then I moved on to the cabinets. I love my Method Wood for Good. And I'm just going to go all over the cabinets from top to bottom, inside, absolutely everywhere to make sure they're really clean. These don't get as greasy or as bad because I do keep up with them. But it's still a good idea to get all the way to the top, which I don't normally get. I normally just get what I can reach without pulling out my ladder.
On my own. I have learned that no one else can carry this load. It's a train where I'm the only passenger on board. Oh, there is beauty to enjoy on this road. But even so, I still feel that I'm alone. I'm alone. I'm alone. I'm alone. Leave me stranded, I know how to handle it all on my own. I'm alone. I'm alone. I'm alone. Leave me stranded, I know how to handle it all on my own. On my own.
And then onto these windows. These windows actually can get really bad sometimes because I like to light a candle and put it in the windowsill. So I will get some dark marks up the side on the left. So I needed to really scrub that down to fill it out. But I also wanted to get into the little railing to slide the window back and forth. I haven't done that in a while and it just had some buildup and everything. So get in there real good and get it really, really clean.
Call me out, why don't you love? Lift me up higher, above the clouds, won't you love? When the scenery is right, go right in. I wanna fall deep within. Don't leave me hanging just 'cause I'm too proud. Whisper away my outdated doubts. Somebody do me the courtesy, dress me down. I'm not that old.
All right, and then onto my microwave. Now this I do weekly because the microwave just can get messy. That's just normal. If you use your microwave, it's going to get messy. This is probably the easiest way to do it though. I take a microwave safe bowl, put some vinegar in it, and microwave it for 5 minutes and then let it sit and steam for a minute, and literally everything wipes out so easy. So if you haven't tried this method, definitely try it. And if you don't have vinegar, you can just use water and it does work really well as well. Sometimes I will use water and then a little bit of lemon juice, and that works awesome just the same.
Figure me out. We'll tornadoes. We'll drink morning dew and we'll be lovers. Me, you, full force tiger. Call me out with them blue green eyes. You know I'm a fighter, the good kind, not running with love.
So I normally wipe my appliances down with an all-purpose spray, and even when I'm deep cleaning, I will do a initial wipe down with my all-purpose spray just to get anything big off of it, grease, anything like that. But then you will end up seeing me using a actual stainless steel cleaner that just gives it a nice shine. Now these are the grates. You're gonna have these if you have a range hood or a microwave above, and a lot of people forget to clean these. So I will fill a sink with really hot water and just spray it down with some degreaser and then get under that microwave. It's gonna be so bad. I promise you, the grease buildup, you need to do this on a regular basis. As you can see, gross. And then just quickly scrub them down. Super easy way to clean these grates, and they don't take long at all.
Feeling young, crazy fools, feeling young. We're crazy fools, feeling young. Oh, we're crazy fools, feeling young.
never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush. Leaves are falling down.
All right, now onto the stove. So this Easy Off works really, really well if you want to clean your oven quickly. However, if you have any breathing issues, I highly recommend against this product. It does have a lot of fumes. I enjoy using it because it works so well. However, if you want a non-toxic way, definitely just use baking soda water and let it sit for 24 hours. And some vinegar, and it cleans off real well. Now these grates, I just put them in my bathtub with a towel, and you can use any type of laundry detergent. Just let that sit for like 2 to 3 hours and then scrub it off. You can see how gross this water is just from letting it sit there, but it really, really takes off all the grime. This Easy Off, though, is definitely my favorite thing when I want to do a quick cleaning in here. Like I said, you can use just like baking soda and water turned into a paste, scrub it all over, and then spritz it with vinegar and let that sit for 24 hours. Every once in a while, going back with the vinegar and re-spritzing, and that does work, but it is a 24-hour process. So it's up to you how you want to do that. I just prefer the Easy Off, but it is toxic. It does have harsh fumes, and I'm not going to sugarcoat that in any way. It's just the way it is. And then moving on to my dishwasher. Dishwashers are super easy to clean. I will sprinkle the entire bottom with baking soda and then take a flat bowl and set it on the top with some vinegar in it. Run it on its hottest cleaning cycle, and it will get your dishwasher so clean.
What it means to grow. Oh, yeah, now I know the time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Yeah, it is just enough to get by.
So these are a couple things you do not want to forget. Cleaning the counters, obviously, like I said before, I'm working my way from the top to the bottom, so that's why I did not hit the counters right away. But also getting your light fixtures and switches, your fingers and stuff are on them all the time. Plus, they're in the kitchen, so they're going to get greasy and grimy. So wipe those down completely and then really wipe down your counters well. I love this cleaner. It actually smells like Fruity Pebbles. I'm pretty sure this is what they use in the Target bathrooms, because whenever I walk into Target bathrooms, I swear it smells like Fruity Pebbles.
Should've told you straight away. You don't have to be afraid anymore. I know you haven't noticed. You know that I won't let you go. Put your arms around me and I'll let you know how it feels when time goes slow. And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you. I fall into you. Hey, I wish I could show you more, 'cause baby you deserve some more. But still you're here and that's what I adore. Should've told you straight away everything I have to say, but I'm afraid and I know you haven't noticed.
All right, And this is probably the one thing that people forget to do all the time, but move your appliances. It's so important. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to do it, but this is so easy. My husband was home this day. I easily could have called him inside to help me, but they move really, really easy. I think people are often afraid they're going to be too heavy to move on their own, but I promise you, you can definitely do this. And as you can see, even someone like myself, who I clean fairly regularly and pride myself on a clean home, it was not nasty. Just downright nasty. I needed a good vacuuming and a good scrubbing.
I fall into you.
And then for just scrubbing my floors, I am using a simple solution of very, very hot water, vinegar, and dish soap. And then this is just a soft bristle brush. This works really well. Usually I will use my O-Cedar mop, which I really, really love. It does a great job. However, when I'm doing a deep cleaning, I like to get on my hands and knees because the little things that get stuck in the crevices of your floors or along the baseboards, you're not going to get those clean with just an everyday mop. So getting down and dirty and doing the real good scrubbing makes all the difference in the world. All right, and then onto the fridge. This was a little bit more difficult, but once again, I was able to do this myself, and I am only 5'3", guys. Like, I am not a big girl that can just muscle stuff around. So if I can do it, you can do it. This is not only important because, once again, gross, but this is important because you need to keep the air vents on your refrigerator cleared. So definitely make sure to do this. It's going to make your refrigerator run a lot smoother and prevent future breakdowns if there's too much dust back there. It just is not going to get the airflow and circulation that the fridge needs.
You can ask spring how it is when the buds are bursting. You can watch the birds when they fly across the world. Weights can't lift you up. You can find a way to drop them. When the new ones weigh you down, you'll be on top of them. Oh, don't mind the falls, break down on when it burns. It has to hurt. Every single turn.
And then since I have the fridge pulled out anyway, I like to wipe down the entire top of the fridge. I wipe down the top of my fridge regularly. However, this back half of it is under a cabinet, so I can't obviously get it on a day-to-day basis. Also, the sides of your fridge, those are going to get dusty and grimy just like anything else. So take advantage that you have it out and wipe it down just to make sure it's really clean. And then I move on to the lower half of the cabinets. I'm doing exactly what I did on the top and just wiping everything down really well. These get extra dirty because the kids can reach it, the dog can reach it. So between sticky fingers and cold, wet noses, these just need to get done all the time. Plus, if I can be a messy cook, so there's definitely sometimes some food splatter or whatever. So I definitely keep up on these, but they are always dirty. That's just mom life.
You know I saw it. Your words like little knives. Part of me thought you would have fought it. Can't say that I was surprised. Oh, oh, oh.
And then onto the vacuuming, just to get everything really clean. Vacuuming is a multiple time a day chore for me because of our little pup. I love Drake to death, but his hair, man. If you don't like hair, do not get a Siberian Husky. However, if you love sweet, beautiful dogs, get a Siberian Husky because he is the best. But there's always hair. A lot of you guys have been asking me what vacuum I have. This is the Shark Duo Pet Vacuum. They just have a regular Duo as well, but I always buy the pets because, well, Drake. And I love this thing. Absolutely love it. I have never had a Dyson or anything, but I also have never had a Desire because I love the Shark products so much. And then to get the entire floor clean. Once again, that same solution as before, vinegar, dish soap, and very hot water. And I go in sections because I obviously want to make sure that this stuff doesn't sit on the floors. So I scrub it down and then wipe it off with a microfiber cloth. You're not going to see me changing these cloths out regularly just because it doesn't make good footage for me to constantly get up and change the cloth on camera. But whenever it got oversaturated, I changed it because it just stopped picking up as well. I probably had to change out my cloth about 4 times to get my entire kitchen clean.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm so done with you. Yeah, I'm so done with you. And I thought you'd change, but you go back to the same old ways. Yeah, I'm so done with you. I could feel it in my bones. There was something going on, that shade of doubt hanging around that old. 'Cause darling, there is nothing right when all you seem to do is lie. Those days are gone. I'm walking tall while you're alone. When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better off. When I look at what I've done now that we're apart, when I look at what I've won, I've come so far. I know I'm so much better off. Baby, you don't belong. Your love was cold, heart made of stone. But I'm just fine, I'm gonna shine. I'm alright, I'm celebrating my liberation. I'm moving strong, I'll get it done. I'm alright. Might be shaken, but not stirred.
All right, and then last step is cleaning out my sink. I do this last because as I'm cleaning, I'm going to be rinsing cloths and constantly doing stuff with this sink. So when I'm doing a deep cleaning, this is always my last step. So I'm taking my Mrs. Meyer's cream cleanser, and I love this stuff for a good deep clean. It has just enough abrasion to really get all the grime off, but it's not going to scratch the surfaces. So I really, really enjoy this when deep cleaning my sink. Normally I just use dish soap and hot water, but like I said, today is a deep clean. Now, another thing you should focus on is if you have a disposal and your disposal ring comes out, take it out and clean it. Mine does not. I don't know why, but it doesn't. So I just put my hand in there, pull it up, and scrub on the inside very gently. But if yours comes out, take it out and clean it. It'll make a huge difference. And then I will also use a disposal cleaner that I get from the Grove. If you guys haven't checked out Grove, check out my link below. I have a Grove link, and you're going to love their stuff. Pretty much all my cleaning products, or 90% of my cleaning products, are from Grove. Now, you love that shiny sink look. Literally all you guys have to do is dry your sink when you're done cleaning it. If you dry it out, it's gonna be so shiny. It's literally the only thing you have to do. There's no magic trick. Just dry it out so there's no watermarks, and it's going to look brand new. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and it really showed you guys how to deep clean your kitchen. If you made it this far, leave me a heart emoji down below. I love knowing who made it to the end, but I will see all of you next time, and I love each and every one of you for supporting my channel. Bye!
Every day you're making me better, 'cause of love.
Hello friends, welcome back to Living with Cambria, and welcome if you are new. So today I am tackling my house because it has definitely gotten a little more out of control than what I like. We had trick-or-treat actually over the weekend, and we don't trick-or-treat on Halloween. So not only do we have all the Halloween stuff out, but we also had my in-laws over for lunch and trick-or-treat. So the house just got a little bit more neglected, and I wouldn't even say neglected, just we had a good time, and the house shows that we had a good time. So if you guys are in the need for some extreme cleaning motivation, make sure you stay tuned.
Deep down, I probably knew that. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one's perfect. Platinum seems so shallow, shallow, shallow.
So when I clean, I normally always start in my bedroom because the bedroom is like me and my husband's safe space. This is where we can go to relax, get work done, whatever. So I usually like to start in here and make sure the room is very clean. Bjorn, for the past couple weeks, have been sleeping on our floor. So that's why you saw the blanket and the pillow. He'll sneak in the middle of the night and sleep on our floor and cuddle up next to Drake. I don't know why, but I don't know. He's been in that mood, and I haven't really worried about it because he's 4. It's okay. Also, if you're wondering what those little light boxes are by our bed, we have a projector for Halloween that goes onto the windows. So that's what those are. They'll be going away soon, but for Halloween, we like to go all out and have the most decorated house in our entire neighborhood. Now, this desk always gets out of control. This is my husband's desk, and he saves all his receipts. He's got all of his car stuff here, so this always has a ton of stuff on it. I don't always mess with it, but usually about once a week, I will go over there and reorganize his stuff. That way, it doesn't get too crazy.
I think we'll be able to find ourselves again. Blank expressions, empty words. Nothing can keep me away from you. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one told us. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you were bright, white gold.
So a couple questions I get asked often is the cloths that I use. I actually just get these from Home Depot. They're microfiber cloths that I get in the automotive section. I love them because they're like heavy duty and I can buy them in bulk. And then for cleaners, I almost always use my Mrs. Meyer's multi-purpose spray. However, in the bathroom today, as I was cleaning out my linen closet, I noticed I still had a tub of Lysol wipes. Normally, I don't like the wipes. I feel like they don't clean as well. And I just, environmentally wise, I like using cloths that are reusable rather than these wipes. However, I had it, so I wanted to use it up. I'm also not going to waste it. So I've been using this in the bathroom. It is nice for quick cleanups. I just don't feel like it picks up as well as my microfiber cloths, honestly. So that is what I'm using today. Yes, there's a lighter on my bathroom counter. I use it to light my candles, so I still had it out from lighting my candle this morning.
It's like you are a part of me, the mansion in my dreams. Now you won't be there, and I just can't ignore that it won't ever be the same. No, we will never be that good again. Don't drag it out, skip the innocence. Things will never be the same again. And now I got all that I need. No need to apologize. No, we won't waste any more time. Yeah, I am all that I need. No need to apologize. No, we won't waste any more time. Yeah. All these memories that we made won't fade away for a while. You said you don't mind, that you'll be just fine. No room for second chances.
So I mentioned in Sunday's video that I was going to be doing a review on a new vacuum. If you guys know, I love my Shark vacuum. However, when I saw this Quantum X on Instagram, I knew I wanted to try it. So this is not a sponsored video. However, I did reach out to Quantum saying I wanted to share this amazing technology with you guys. Now, the reason I knew it was going to be amazing from the start is I used to sell rainbow vacuums. What that is a $3,000 vacuum that uses water filtration. Now, don't get me wrong, amazing product, but I don't have $3,000 to drop on a vacuum cleaner. So when I saw this Quantum at a fraction of the cost and using the same amazing technology, I knew I wanted to try it and I knew I wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm just first going over my entire room with my vacuum just to kind of show you the difference of using a vacuum with a filter compared to water technology.
I'm like a deer in the headlights. Just can't believe what you think and feel. 'Cause I've been going backwards, drifting off with your words. Can't find a way to deal with this now. Don't you see you imply forever, but this is however, not in line with your own vows. 'Cause it's a bitter, bitter pill that I need to swallow, swallow still. Can't believe that this is real. To be going on without you gives me chills. It's a bitter pill. It's a bitter pill.
So this is super easy to do. You literally just fill it up till the max line and it's going to filter everything through this water basin. Now, the nice thing about this is that the whole idea is that dust can't fly when wet. So instead of using a HEPA filter and all these different filters, this is doing all of the filtration right through the water. Now, the great thing about using water filtration is literally every time you vacuum your house, it's like using a brand new vacuum because you empty and the water and replace it every single time. So instead of replacing those expensive filters, you're literally just replacing water. Now, a big difference between this and other vacuums also is every other vacuum, Shark, Dyson, all of them always talk about suction. Now, this is what suction is. You can see that that hose is suction to my hand. And if it has a clean filter, it picks it up. You can see I use a cloth as my makeshift filter for you guys on this vacuum. But we clean our house, the filters get dirty, and it still has suction, as you will see, but it doesn't have airflow. And airflow is really what picks stuff up. So you can see the amount of it actually picking stuff up is so much less. So that's why airflow is so much more important than suction, and unless you replace your filter every single time you vacuum, it's just not going to do as great of a job. And honestly, even halfway through vacuuming your house, it's not going to be picking up and cleaning as well. So you can see, even after vacuuming with my Shark, how much this Quantum still picked up. I was in shock. Like, I figured I would see like particles, but the idea that there was still hair stuck in my carpeting, I thought for sure my Shark would get that. And then to clean it, literally, I pop the little black thing out and then dump it right. Well, normally I dump it outside. However, for showing you guys, I did it in the toilet this time. And you can see all those little rock and sand particles. Those are actually what destroy your carpeting in the long run. So if you guys are interested in checking this out, I will leave a link in my description below. They are offering $100 off right now with extra accessories and free shipping. The other awesome thing is they have a money back guarantee. So you're not going to want to return it, but unless you're one of those few that do, it's a money back guarantee. So it's totally worth checking this out. But then once I was done upstairs, I moved downstairs, which was actually the worst area because this is where we were all hanging out during trick or treat and everything. So I had dishes to do and then so much to put away. I don't know about you, but my in-laws love spoiling my kids. So I had junk food for days to put away. Luckily, I don't usually keep this stuff in my house. So come any holidays, this is just an extra treat that the boys get.
'Cause I was born in the 90s, but I do what I like and I do as I please. Ooh, 'cause I was born in the 90s. Ooh, They don't believe I'm okay, but I'm impulsive, I'm not insane. I am life in the night. Anxiety. Well, I agree, life is great, but let me live it my own way. My own life in the night, no anxiety. But I live a lie, insecure, always on my phone. Yeah, I live a lie, don't really know how life was before. But I do what I like and I do as I please. Ooh, 'cause I was born in the 90s. But I do what I like and I do as I please. Ooh, 'cause I was born in the 90s.
So I literally only picked this song because I am a 90s baby, so born in the 90s.
Live a lie, insecure, always on my phone. Yeah, I live a lie, don't really know how life was before.
So recently I've had a ton of people asking about this scrubber. This is the Bubble Up Scrubber. I get this also from the Grove Collaborative. I love this thing because you fill the little cup with dish soap and some water, and then you literally just push it down and it gets it sudsy. But it's nice because I'm not overly using a ton of dish soap. It really cuts back on the amount of product I'm using. And then other than situations like this where I needed to get in there with something other than that brush, I just use that. So if you guys are interested, check out my Grove link in the description below. That's where I get 90% of all my cleaning products.
On us and everything that went wrong. Never said goodbye, think I broke your trust. Should've known this all along. Don't wanna be the one that you're trying to avoid. I'm feeling so confused. Why did I act so annoyed? 'Cause I don't wanna be strangers, baby. The next time when we meet, and oh, it dawned on me. Yeah, yes it did.
So you guys probably never see this coffee machine because I always use my Keurig. I'm normally a 1, maybe 2 cups of coffee a day, but I keep a big pot for when people are over. So with my father-in-law and my husband's grandmother, they are huge coffee drinkers. So I had it out for the day before and made a pot for them. I like to still at least keep it on hand for that.
Up, but it's time for me to be dropping down my defense. I realized I wasn't there for real. What I did didn't make any sense. How can I get you close? I see why you'd be so cold, but you need to forget everything that I've told you. 'Cause I ain't playing it low-key, baby. I'll bring you right back home. And oh, it dawned on me. Yeah, yes it did. Was gold, and you gotta know I was standing on the border. The walls around me kept me safe. I couldn't see that I was shutting you out. I'm stuck up in pride. I'm waking up now. But you know that I need you. Waking up now. You gotta know that I need you. I'm waking up now.
So I am currently loving this candle. I got it actually just from Walgreens, but it smells so good. I have been burning it every day, like all day, because who doesn't love the smell of like a fresh coffee house coffee? This is amazing. And if you have a Walgreens near you and can try this candle out, highly recommend going and checking it out because it smells so good.
I don't wanna feel this way, but it's not that easy. You're complicating things for me. No, it's not that easy. Maybe just a little time can heal me, but it doesn't feel the way. What are you doing to me? Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you.
Now, another awesome thing about this quantum, since I'm showing it again, is that you don't have to adjust it from your hard surfaces to your carps. It automatically adjusts itself. So I love that on my downstairs when I have rugs and my hardwoods. So I can go around and literally get everything clean and don't have to worry about adjusting speed or height or anything like that.
Just that stupid. Maybe just a little time can make you change your mind about us. I thought that we were meant to be. But you break my heart.
So coming up on my channel very, very soon is going to be Christmas for you guys. Yes, I know it's early, but in the world of YouTube, I want to get this out so that you guys get all the inspiration for your houses and your decor. I want to make sure you guys have all of that. But I decided, since we are talking about Christmas, drop me a Christmas emoji down below if you made it this far. I love knowing who makes it all the way to the end. And if you are new here, do not forget to subscribe. I do my regular cleaning on Wednesday for you guys, deep cleaning, whole house cleanings, just some awesome motivation. And then on Sunday, I have my Hoarders series. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with any new content I have coming out. And for all my returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. You mean the world to me, and your support means the world to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching, commenting, and supporting me. I really appreciate it. But until next time, guys, bye.
I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you.
Hello friends, welcome back to Living with Cambriea, and welcome if you are new. So I am so excited to be doing this after dark clean with me. If you've been with me for a while, you know I used to do this all the time when my husband was deployed because it made sense for me to clean up at night after the boys were in bed. However, since he's been home, I haven't really had a nighttime cleaning routine because we really just enjoy our time together when the boys are in bed. However, on this weekend, Bobby was at drill and the boys were at his parents', so I thoroughly took advantage of this weekend. During the day, I caught up on some of my Netflix shows, and then at night, I got some cleaning done of some of the areas that I don't usually hit, one of those being under the couch that, as you can see, gets very dirty. So if you guys are in the need for some extreme cleaning motivation that's a little bit more relaxing, I sure hope you guys stick around and enjoy. Also, if you are new here, don't forget to get started by hitting that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all my new content I have coming out.
What you're putting in, all your hopes and efforts are all in vain.
Under these couches always get so bad. I try to do them regularly, but sometimes just forget. But I'm always finding treasures. As you can see, I have the boy's clothes. Don't know why his shorts are under here. The dog bed we moved to the side, so that was normal. Toys, and then just the amount of crumbs and dog hair that builds up. This is definitely something that needs to be cleaned out regularly. And I probably don't do it quite as much as I should, just because of being a little bit of a pain to move everything. But tonight I wanted to get to a lot of these areas that I don't always do on a regular basis and really get it nice and clean.
I was just a little girl when my mama used to say, ooh, happiness requires work every day. Oh,
So one thing I notice is a lot of people often ask me how I keep a clean house. I do think a big portion is I do deep cleaning every single week, but I pick different deep cleaning projects. I don't usually do like a complete deep clean on the entire house. That would just be exhausting. Like, for real, does anyone really deep clean their entire house in one sitting? If you do, you are amazing. I think it's a lot easier to pick 1 or 2 deep cleaning projects and do that a week. And if you do that, your house pretty much always stays somewhat clean, and you never need to worry about really scrubbing or killing yourself to clean your house.
Has got to come my has got to come my You say you're special, one of a kind, one of the better boys. I'm on your level, that's what you say, but all I hear is noise. I don't have time for trying my luck. I've been too hurt before. You're not that special, just give it up. I think I've had enough. I'm too busy loving my friends. I ain't got no love to spare for you. I'ma be that girl to the end. It don't really matter what you do. Guess I have to tell you again, 'cause you haven't got the news. Oh, you really need to understand that I don't wanna be your girlfriend, girlfriend. No, I don't wanna be your girlfriend, girlfriend. All I wanna spend with my girlfriend's girlfriend. So I don't wanna be your girlfriend.
And then I moved on into the kitchen. I just got my Grove order. I'm actually really excited because I've been using up the Melaleuca toilet bowl cleaner that I had, but I really wanted to try the Grove. Well, I finally am done with the Melaleuca stuff and bought some of the Grove toilet bowl cleaner. So I'm excited to start trying these out and see what I think about it. But I do like to make sure my kitchen is clean. Lately, I haven't been doing it at night, but like I said, boys are gone, Bobby's gone. So might as well make sure the whole house is clean so that when I wake up in the morning, I can have a nice, relaxed day.
You really need to understand that I don't wanna be your girlfriend, girlfriend. No, I don't wanna be your girlfriend, girlfriend. All I wanna spend with my girlfriend's girlfriend. So I don't wanna be your girlfriend, girlfriend. No, 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 no. Girlfriend, girlfriend. No, 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 no. Girlfriend, girlfriend. No, 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 no. Girlfriend's girlfriend. So I don't wanna be your girlfriend, girlfriend. No, 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 no. I don't really have time for you, boy. I don't wanna hear anything more. Boy, you really need to understand that I'm not your girlfriend. I just wanna be up in the club, but my girls, yeah, sipping that pub. Never worry about la 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 love, 'cause I'm not your girlfriend. Yeah, yeah. And I never wanna be your girlfriend, girlfriend. No, I don't wanna be your girlfriend, girlfriend. All I wanna spend with my girlfriend's girlfriend. So I don't wanna be your girlfriend, girlfriend. No, 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 no. Girlfriend, girlfriend. No, 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 no. Girlfriend, girlfriend.
It always feels so good when the house is cleaned at night. I love waking up the next day to a clean house. I definitely think I need to start working this back into my routine. As much as I love spending time with my husband, I think I need to designate a good 30 minutes a night to get the house really clean before going to bed, because this felt so good this night to go to bed and have it clean and wake up the next morning and really not have to worry about anything.
And it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, yeah, I can carry all that you've got. Two heavy hearts is not a lie. I will put out all of the fire. We stumble and fall, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. Be your light. I'll be.
So how many of you used to watch the show Wife Swap? So I was actually just watching it the other day, and I was laughing because one of the wives that got swapped, they were like, she wipes down her counters like 5 times a day. And I'm like, I do that too. Does that make me crazy? I just always wipe them down after the kids eat or they just get dirty. But I was kind of laughing at that because I'm like, I'm that mom. I'm that crazy mom that wipes down the counters 5 times a day. But let me know, do you think that's crazy? I don't think it's weird to wipe them down that much. I just wipe them down whenever they're dirty.
If it gets too dark, I'll be your light. I'll be your light. La 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 light. I'll be your light. If it gets too dark, I'll be your light.
We've been fighting forever, gone over this 1,000 times before.
So I don't usually like to have magnets and stuff on the front of our fridge. However, with it being Halloween, we have a bunch of fun little magnets for the kids that we keep out. And then I also like to keep out the word list for Xander for the week. He is at a point in school where they're doing spelling tests and everything. I have to say, I am so proud of this kid compared to last year in kindergarten. Like, how much he has grown into just this little man and just so smart. He's doing so good with his spelling. His reading has improved like tremendously, and I'm just so proud of him. But yeah, so we keep all that on the front of the fridge for the holidays just so the boys enjoy, but I still wanted to make sure to take it all off and clean the stainless. It's very important to keep your stainless clean because if there's too much oil and dirt, it can start corroding on itself. So I do wipe my fridge down and appliances regularly because I don't want to deal with any like rust spots down the road.
It might take me nowhere. Anywhere is better than the places I have been. Sunsets in my rearview mirror, a projection of my old life faded. You say it's out of my reach, but I can't pretend no more.
And then I just wanted to move everything out. I wanted to do a real thorough vacuum, as well as, if you notice, under my dining room table there's a bunch of different like slats and wood pieces that I haven't gotten to dusting in a while. So I actually wanted to get under there and dust it off really well. I definitely don't do that as much as I should. So tonight was the night to really get in there and get it nice and clean.
Keeps me alive. 'Cause it's keeping me alive. Lost outside of nowhere. A stormy rain tried to wash away the dream. Staff wanted scissors worn outside, and the diner's name is California Dreams. Hey, for as long as I remember, it's been stuck inside my mind. You can't ask me to surrender when reaching for the dream keeps me alive. For as long as I remember.
So one of these days I want to get my husband's help to actually move this table so I can get under the rug and really clean. But this is a solid cherry table and I cannot move it on myself. It is so heavy. It looks a lot smaller on video, but it is a 48 by 72 inch table, solid cherry wood. So it is a beast. Like, I see some people like slide their rug and the table moves with it. Nuh-uh. This is not that type of table. But I really do want to get my husband to help me one of these days. That way I can move the table and really get under the rug. I haven't done that in a while just because it is so heavy. Also, so I love showing you guys these angles, and I know you guys enjoy seeing the real life dirt because cameras are so forgiving sometimes and you guys don't always see, but my floors are always dirty. Between kids and Drake, he sheds so bad. My floors are always dirty, and I am constantly vacuuming and mopping to keep them looking nice because as beautiful as these dark floors are, they show absolutely everything.
With you right next to me, so alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. Calling sick in the morning, baby, don't leave. They don't need to know we're out here wild and free. They say we're crazy, it's too much. And yeah, we're crazy, deep in love. this is everything with you right now.
Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give this a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay up to date with any new content I have coming out. Also, because you guys know how much I love who makes it to the end, if you've made it this far, drop me a heart emoji or just the word heart down below so that I can thank each and every one of you. I greatly appreciate everyone's support and I love you guys so much, but I will see you next time. Bye.
Of time and space, I don't know where I am. It's like I'm wasting.
Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good. Everyone has been telling me that you got me hooked. You're playing it big time. You're feeding me lies. Everyone has been bugging me to sever the ties. But I would never, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But never, ever.
Hello friends, welcome back to Living with Cambriea and welcome if you are new. So today I am just getting a bunch of stuff done. Both boys have their birthday party on Saturday. Xander is turning 7 and Bjorn is turning 4. Their actually birthdays are the 21st and 25th, so they're only 4 days apart, so we always do a joint party. But that also makes it that this time of year I declutter their toys. With Christmas right around the corner and these birthdays, I like to cut their toys at least in half because I know they're going to get it from the grandparents, aunts and uncles, and everyone else, and I don't like having an abundance of toys. So we're going to do some cleaning today, some decluttering, and then there's still some fall decor that I don't have out yet that I want to make sure is done before we have guests.
So I'm happy I got freed. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are. Down. He ran out of luck and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track. Here she goes. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Lucky, 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 I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star.
So I got 2 new laundry baskets off of Amazon. They're these little woven baskets. I like them because of the way they look, but they also weren't that expensive. I believe they were like $19 on Amazon. I will link them in my Amazon store if you're interested, but I got them to make it easier with organizing the kids' clothes and our clothes before washing and after washing. So we're going to try out a little bit different of a method and see if I can get a little bit more proficient with laundry since I really don't like doing it. But after I did this, I went outside. There's a couple things I wanted to do on the front porch. I hadn't gotten all my fall stuff out, so I was gonna sweep it down and then put out all my fall stuff just to make sure everything looks great for the party on Saturday.
How you walk on the road, baby, I wanna know is how many days will go till I call, till I call, till I call you my own. You look good in
wanna pick a fight with everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm
Alright, you know what we're going to do?
What?
We are going to get rid of your toys.
Okay.
Not all of them, though. Can you help Mama? So we're going to take these 2 boxes. Oh, you see them?
Yes.
1 box.
Active box.
Yes. So 1 box. Oh, 1 box. Hey, look at me.
Whoa, what is this?
That's for Mama. So 1 box, we're going to put everything you want to keep, okay?
Okay.
And 1 box, we're going to put everything we're going to give to other little boys and girls that need toys.
Oh.
No, only the stuff you don't play with.
Okay.
That way you can help little boys and girls that don't have any toys. Don't you think they would like toys too?
Yeah.
And you can be a big helper and super nice.
Dad don't have 1 toy. That boy had 1 boy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna help me? High five. Yeah.
Don't
this mark. But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking. I said that I needed you, like a late night with someone that I knew. I just hope you won't get hurt. I just hope you've been through worse. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the light, don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself.
What do you think about all of these toys?
toy. That's many toys.
Too many toys?
Yeah.
Do you think we could probably get rid of some of this?
No, this is the boy and a door.
Give it to other little boys and girls?
Yes.
Is it a lot of toys? Hey,
Yes.
look at me.
Yes.
Okay, do you think you play with all those toys or no?
No.
No. So we're gonna give them to other little boys and girls that can play with them?
Yes.
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 You gonna help me decide what we keep and get rid of?
Yes.
Alright, let's do this, brah.
Yes.
High five.
Don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run out on me leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking I'm laying down it to compile it. Oh no, I see you only when you're ballin'. Oh no, I don't even care to doubt. I see you in a while, 'cause this time I will choose you, yeah. I'll choose. You know exactly how to look like this. Holding in a bag full of goods and needs. I need a night like this. Knowing it's a risk 'cause you're using it. You got all your secrets. fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. I don't wanna seem to shaky, oh no, like I'm sudden but I'm steady, oh no. And they tell me to move on, cause I deserve more, but still I wanna choose you, yeah. Now choose, you know exactly how to look like this, holding in a bag full of goods and needs. I need a night like this, knowing it's a risk cause you're using it. You got all your secrets, I can't seem to move this thing. You're pulling me out and I'm right back in. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. I'm on the sideline where you wanted me. I'm by the byway waiting for your lead. I don't wanna fall in love like this, but I can't help to fall for you repeatedly. You know the drama is never ending. Don't let it get the best of you. And all the fake friends just keep pretending. That's how the little things get huge. Paralyzing every pore. Oh, you feel it taking over you. To the center of your core. The lies are getting overused. When you
So after doing a huge purge like this, I like to organize out the kids' toys. This is honestly something I don't do all the time because with kids, I just want a simple routine for them to be able to put their stuff away. And once you're like, okay, well, this goes exactly here, and then you get too specific, they're not going to do it. So this is normally, as long as they're in the closet, in the bins, I'm happy. But when I do a big purge, I like to do this. That way when they get new toys, they can all be put away with like items and the boys can easily find them.
I know the feeling, it's traumatizing. I fall apart piece by piece. No superheroes, no silver linings. Just keep on moving to the beat. Paralyzing every pore. Oh, you feel it taking over you. To the center of your core. The lies are getting overused. When you are under the weather, getting caught in the storm. Do you remember? I told you if we dance in the blizzard, we are not getting cold. So keep on dancing, baby.
And then later on in the afternoon, I moved on to the downstairs. I had a ton of dishes to be done because I forgot to run it the night before. So I ran the dishwasher and then ran the stuff that was in the sink. Usually washing dishes is not something I do. I try and run my dishwasher at least once a day just to keep up with the dishes. But if I forget, I will do them by hand so I don't have the dishes just stinking up the entire sink. I used to have a really good nighttime routine. However, now that my husband's back from deployment, we just spend the nights together. I don't really have a nighttime cleaning routine. He also stays up later than I do, so it's not even like, oh, I can wait till he goes to bed.
So keep on dancing, baby. Don't tell me how you feel, so quietly next to me. A silent souvenir, letting you go, letting you go. Keep craving you the days that you don't want me, like searching for some heat inside a cold breeze. On and on forever, won't you hold me? Now won't you hold me? Oh, 'cause baby I try to tell lies. Now I could spell them out if I still tried. 'Cause I don't care as long as you're there, as long as you're there. Baby, we can do this all night. Keep on second guessing our love, oh love. I don't really care if you don't mind. Baby, we can do this all night. We can do it all night. We can do it all night. Baby, won't you hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Guess we're pioneers, roaming in the atmosphere. I hate when you're not near.
Alright, wanted to show you some real life. I know the camera often does not show all the dirt, so I am going to be trying to show you guys some of the mess as I see it. The sink was gross, but I will say it is very therapeutic to scrub out a sink to me and get it nice and shiny and beautiful afterwards, so this is one of my favorite things to do.
Don't care as long as you're there, as long as you're there. Baby, we can do this all night. Keep on second guessing our love, oh love. I don't really care if you don't mind. Baby, we can do this all night. We can do it all night. We can do it all night. Baby, won't you hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. The closer I get, the further you go. I wanna know if I walk away, do you wanna get close? Do you wanna get close? Baby, we can do this all night. Keep on second guessing our love, oh no. I don't really care if you don't mind, don't mind. Baby, we can do this all night. Keep on second guessing our love, oh love. I don't really care if you don't mind. Baby, we can do this all night. We can do it all night. We can do it all night. Baby, won't you hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. I got blood on my hands right now, and I'm stumbling through the dark in the dawn. I have found new ways, but no, I can't be the one that you need. Then I changed my mind, 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 mind.
I am still absolutely loving the acorn spice from Mrs. Meyer's. However, I heard someone say the other day that there's a snowdrop or something like that for their seasonal scent. I've never heard of that and haven't seen it. So I'm going to have to look into that. If you know what it is, let me know down below what it kind of smells like, because I really can't even imagine what a snowdrop would smell like. So I'm very curious.
I've called you mine. If I change the way yeah, you know what I've done in the past. Still you say you and I, we can last.
So with these centerpieces and everything, I don't often completely remove them from the table because they are huge slabs of wood, so they're not light and they're a lot of work to just get them designed out the way I like them. However, I wanted to remove them and get the table really clean. That way, when I take it apart again for the birthday party, it's a little less to worry about. The other thing is I do like to move it once in a while because this is a solid cherry table. And if you know anything about cherry wood, it actually ages and darkens. And the sun is something that will have it age and darken faster. So I do like to move it and let it sit probably about once a month, just so I don't get discoloration underneath everything from what's seen the sun and what hasn't. This is a little bit older of a table, so the amount of darkening it'll do is probably not too much more. However, I do still keep that in mind.
Right. Can I be the one that you need? Maybe if I change the way I love it. Maybe if I try to fix this, start then. I could have stayed the night. I could have called you mine. If I change the way maybe we got time to make this right. Can I be the one that you need? If I change the way I love. Do you know what love means? This is insane. You're saying things I can't explain. I know where your heart is, where you wanna be. So why do you keep testing me? It just isn't worth my time to try to make you believe me when you don't believe me. This is where I draw the line and pretend that I'm leaving. This is me leaving. I'll let you win. I'll let you win. I'll let you win. I'll let you win. Hey. I'm taking my toothbrush. How does that feel? Tell me how this can't be real. You're talking in riddles. Just let it go. And trust me if you love me so. It just isn't worth my time to try to make you believe me when you don't believe me. This is where I draw the line and pretend that I'm leaving. This is me leaving. I'll let you win. I'll let you win.
Alright, some more real life mess. This is normal for me, especially by the island. You get the food, but the dog hair alone, like, it's bad. This is why I vacuum all the time, and it's another thing that I don't think people realize how bad the floors get so quickly. I try and vacuum my floors once a day with the vacuum, and I have a robot vacuum that runs once a day as well to try and keep up with all the dog hair. It's a vicious cycle, but I figured that was something I could show you because on camera, I swear camera is so forgiving and in some situations would be awesome, but I feel like you guys want to see what I'm cleaning. Well, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give this a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you've made it this far, just because I love who makes it to the end, leave me a flower emoji. Any flower you want. It just helps me know who made it, how far, and it is such a huge support and help of my channel when you guys watch the videos to the end. So I love knowing who's doing that so that I can give you guys a big thank you. So drop a flower emoji down below. But until next time, guys, bye.